Got the bench in here. Wow, that seat is just mint. Looks good. Got the floor mat in for the middle here. Things looking good. How many miles we got on the trip meter now? What's that say? 200 and 255? 265. Just got 265 miles now since I purchased the vehicle. Made it all the way to Blaine, Minnesota, if anywhere you know where that is. North of the cities, and drove all the way through the cities in rush hour and drove just fine. Yeah. But yeah, I just got these in with the new screws that I got. So now all that's in. I gotta do the back for there, but that's no big deal. At least I got these ones in. Alright, you guys ready? Watch this. This was the front right tire. A little wobbly. I could feel that going down the road. Well, I believe that rim when I purchased the vehicle was on the rear right, and that is where it is returning to. Oof. That would explain that, pretty dang sure. Anyway, so what we got going on here is I just finished putting in the new Monroe Sensatrack, new old stock rear shocks. The rear bolt on this side, the bottom bolt on this side, on the driver's side, was bent, and the inner bushing seized to it. So we had to go borrow a bolt from our friend right here. That rear right, there's no shock in there because I had to take the bolts out of it. The bottom bolt seized in that one too, but I was able to get the top bolt out, no problem. But yeah, we got new rear shocks on both sides, and we're rotating the tires now to troubleshoot a shake and a wobble. And it was coming from the front right, and that pretty dang near explains it, I'm thinking. But also, I'm just putting air in the tires and everything. So, we're looking good, looking good. That's big yikes right there. New headlights are nice. That's for sure. Alright guys, so we've had a revelation. So I rotated the tires and everything. I took it for a ride. I still had a pretty, honestly the shake was worse, arguably. I had a hunch. I took the trim rings off, and the shake is nearly gone. So I think you guys done gone and lost anyway. I think we're gonna have to go with the hubcaps. We'll see if it shakes with the hubcaps or not, but it shakes with the trim rings. The trim rings was throwing it out of balance really, really badly, which is interesting. I mean, it makes sense, I guess. But we're gonna try the hubcaps, hopefully, and hopefully the hubcaps don't throw it out of balance too bad. Otherwise, we're gonna run without both for now. Yeah, I know that wheel was bent because the wobbly, when you come off a stop, you would feel it go like this, kind of in the wheel. That's gone. That was that wobbly wheel. But the shake was from being out of balance because of the trim rings. They were balanced without the trim rings. So, interesting. Love it. You love to see it. It's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Whatever. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. I'd rather have the trim rings off than shake my teeth out. So, anyway, we're going to put the hubcaps on. I'm going to take it for a test ride, and we'll see if those shake or not. Well, that settles it. I've got no wheel shake with the full Chrysler Pentastar hubcaps. So we're gonna be rolling with the hubcaps because they look okay. I like them, and I don't get wheel shake. So if I find some nice trim rings that aren't banged up, bent up, and I guess out of round, we'll revisit and we'll think about running them. But for the time being, we'll run the hubcaps because they look good, and I got no wheel shake. So that's interesting. I guess something to keep an eye on, or keep a note of if you have a wheel shake and you got trim rings, so that your trim rings might be out of balance. And I guess in theory you could have them with the wheel when you balance it. It's just, I think it's hard. I took them off. I didn't want them to like scuff them up, and I didn't think they were out of balance, to be fair. but it looks like it'd be a pain. You'd have to take them off every time you had to smack a wheel weight in which case are you going to get the trim ring in the right spot? So it's going to be out of balance anyway. Really, they shouldn't have been out of balance, but anyway, I'm rambling. We're rolling with the hubcaps against popular demand. So it was like 56 and like 47%. It was close. Anyway, that's gonna do it. That's great news, I guess. There she goes. Not good, guys. Not good. It's a terrible fucking rainstorm right now. I'm on my way to work. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and the wiper motor just died. And I don't think it's no fucking relay either, because look at this. I think it completely stripped out. Okay, so we're in a car wash in the pouring rain. The gas station doesn't have any sort of Rain-X or anything, so we're gonna try use the Rain-X that's in the car wash. Oh boy. Anyway, that's an idea if you ever need one. So, you know, yeah, that's where we're at right now. Yeah, that worked. I can kind of see what I'm doing now. So this is the wiper linkage bushing here, what's left of it. So the motor is seized up good. When I have the assembly powered up and I ground it out to, like, you know, ground it so it will turn on, it just sparks everywhere. But I think in that whole thing, when it like locked up suddenly, because it was full speed and then it was dead, it blew this bushing apart, which knocked the rod off of the linkage rod off of the motor, which allowed me to then move it freely. But this is the replacement for this is Dorman part number 49439, and every part store's got them. So we'll get new bushings, or a new bushing, and we will replace that motor with, I think I've got a used one at home that should work. I got the wiper motor back in. That's the old motor. It turns out that actually tested out good. I just didn't have it grounded right when I was testing it originally. But that wiper bushing, that Dorman, what is it, 14439 or something, those are a bitch. Those are very bad to get in. So what I did is, I think the video that I found on YouTube, it was Eddie C's working on a Dodge D100 or something. You take your wiper grommet and you boil them in water, or I think one of the comments, which is what I actually did, was you take a paper towel or like a dish rag or something, you soak it in water, wrap the grommet in that, and heat it in a microwave. It makes it more pliable. Anyway, that helped me get it most of the way in, but it still wouldn't, it was a little bit, I couldn't get it in. And I think maybe heating it longer or boiling it and getting a more thorough cook out of it would have helped with that. But I was able to just kind of pop it in with a screwdriver the last little bit, and it's in. And then I lubed the shaft on the motor before I slid it in, and I was able to pop it in. And I did all that once the bushings already broke off in there. I was able to do all that without pulling this off, which is good, I guess. It saved me that effort. But to get the do it the right way and get the arm off of the washer, you have to pull this apart and you get in from the top. But whatever, the way I did it, it worked in my favor because the bushing was already broke. So that's what happened. The bushing blew apart. But proof.
Here in the KQ studio, picking up where Chris Nelson left off on the Saturday Night Block Party, playing 3 in a row of your favorite artists.
Very good.